We're talking about Legends of Tomorrow, Season 3, Episode 17. Cue the intro. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fandoms Anonymous. We're talking about Legend of Tomorrow, Season 3, Episode 17. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, last when we left off, Amaya decided she was going to go back to 1992 to Zambezi to save her family after the death of Kawasa. Rip then called them and said that Grodd went to go kill Barack Obama. Grodd said, "It's time to make America Grodd again." Oh, Lord. Okay. Here we go. They're trying to say Grodd like Trump. That what they're trying to say? I don't know. We got Nora saying that Mollis is coming. You know, Mollis has been living in and out of her body the entire season. Then she turns into this beast, but then turns right back. Grodd has Obama in the chokehold, and Mick shows up with the new heat gun and blasts Grodd. Where did he get the heat gun from? How did it get fixed or repaired? And this is probably a way to not use the totem powers to save money. Okay, hey, it is what it is. I called it. I see it. So Ray tells Obama, "Run, Barry, run." When Ray said that, I just lost it because I lost it. It was hilarious. Nora ended up, like I said, Nora changed, but then she turned back. And Dark is afraid that Mollis is taking over her full body. So, like I said a couple weeks ago, I feel like Damien Dark, and we saw that in this episode, that he is not too keen on the fact of Mollis taking over her body fully, because he's realizing that when he does, she's going to cease to exist. Dark is truly upset about losing her. And Ray ended up shrinking Grodd and putting him in the jar to neutralize that threat. Nate and Wally went to go after Amaya and Zambezi. Dark showed up to Rip and Sarah, and like I knew, he wants to help save her. They took him into the Wave Rider and put a spell on him to keep him from hurting them or keep him from doing anything crazy because they didn't trust him. Dark even gave them the water totem and says he wants to work together to stop Mollis to save Nora. We go to Zambezi, and an old Amaya is handing off the totem to her daughter, but she refused it because she didn't show up to the ceremony. A young toddler Kawasa came to her with Mari wrapped around her as a young baby to tell her that her mom wasn't coming. Amaya told Nate that she realized her daughter never took the totem, and that's why Zambezi was destroyed. Wally tried to tell them that it would not be a good idea to change history, but Nate told her to go through with it and convince her daughter to bear the totem. We get back to Ava and Sarah talking about the mission, and Sarah says Ava needs to confront Rip about her true self. Like, who am I for real, for real? We really didn't find out too much about that. They just danced around it. You know, they danced around the fact that she was a clone and that she was one of 12 clones out of the line so far. So I'm thinking that it was going to be and we might get some more exposition to it because I'm thinking there might be somebody important to Rip. This could actually be an incarnation of Rip's wife. We don't know. Sarah then says that she's conflicted about Dark and she wants to go to someone to talk about it to make sense. She goes to talk to Obama, which was a good choice. Obama told her that the Time Bureau was not the one to stop the demon, and that would mean a more unorthodox. Y'all know that word. Unorthodox approach. Unorthodox. We have a dictionary class here. Unorthodox. It's just a big word. Big words can be confusing, especially when you talk fast. Anyways, but Sarah then knew that she needed to side with Mollis. Well, not necessarily side with Mollis, but side with the fact of Damien Dark to take Mollis out. She looked at Obama and said, "I miss you," and then she zapped him with the mind ray to release his memories from what he just saw and heard. Sarah then comes to Dark and says that she still believes he's the same, and that she will work with him to defeat Mollis as long as he dies in the end, meaning that they get to kill him, because you got to remember, Damien Dark was dead until he was revived by Nora. Ray decided that it would be best for him to shrink down and get into Nora's ear to sound like Mollis. They then saw Mick watching Lord of the Rings and saw John Noble doing a character. They went to 1999 to get him to record lines to replay, and it was awesome to see John Noble. He has been on many different shows, but one of my favorite shows that he was on was this TV show Fringe. It didn't last too long, but it was on Fox. Real good. Amaya found Nesse, her daughter, to talk to her about the totem. Nesse said that she does not want that responsibility of being the sole bearer of the totem and being the protector of Zambezi. What happened was Wally was still trying to talk some sense into Nate because this anachronism could be the thing that releases Malice. He goes onto the hut of old Amaya to get the totem. He tried to sneak up on her, but did he not know that she was old and wise and powerful with that totem? And the totem carries the power of animals so that she would be able to sense just the slightest dissonance in the area. Yeah, he forgot. She slammed to the ground, but he showed her pictures of them to show that he knew her. But of course, she didn't remember because she wiped her memory sometime after they parted. He told her that she needs to give her daughter hope and confidence that she can do this. We moved to Dark, who got Ray to get into Nora's head. They ended up coming back to the Wave Rider, and he trapped her in the spell that Constantine gave them. Nora tried to break out, but couldn't. Dark said that he failed her as a father because of his actions, and he turned her into a demon way before Malice did. That was deep. That was real deep. We're seeing Dark do a turnaround, not to be this full-fledged hero, but he's being a father right now. And anybody that's out there in the world that is a father and being a father and realizing their rights and their wrongs when it comes to raising their children, they are heroes in my book. Malice came to him and said that her soul and flesh was freely given. This wasn't I'll just leave her alone and go nobody else by it. She gave this up on her own. He also said that one more crack in the timeline and that he would be free. Ava confronted Rip about her origin, like he said, and he told her that she was special and key to the mission. Like I said earlier, we talked about the fact that she was a 12th clone, but I think that there's more to it, and we might find that out in the season finale. Dark said if he could take back killing Laurel, that he would. He told Sarah if he could take it back, he would. And Dark said that with her having love, she was able to change because they were talking back and forth about, him being evil, Sarah being on her side, and that, you changed. He said, you changed. You're a League of Assassins. You brought me from the dead. You were out there killing people, and you changed. So why can't I? Why can I get that same grace? So Older Maya gave the totem to Essie, and she took it. Nate realized because Older Maya does not remember him is because she erased her memory sometime, like we talked about earlier. They all got together after Wally came back and told them what Nate and Amaya were doing. Sarah decided that the only way to defeat Malice was to let him free. They all have the 6 stones, and Sarah chose to give the death totem to Dark for him to wield it. Ava decided not to go through with it and went back to the Time Bureau because she was like, we got to do everything right. Ray and Wally came to them and said that they needed to create the anachronism to free Malice. Ray now has the water and Nate has the earth totem. Nora came to Dark while he was in possession of the death totem and asked him to save her. She came to him like, in a sense, it's almost like she's not dead, but she's dying, being inside of Malice's body, or Malice being inside of her body, rather. They brought Nora down to the village to prepare for Malice. Malice now appeared because Essie actually defeated the warlords. But then they found out that Dark had released Grodd again on the village so that history could take its course so he could save her. Essie went up against Grodd, gorilla to gorilla, and Dark wants all the villagers to die so that it can cause the anachronism for Malice to come out. Amaya tried to go help, but he slung her away. Wally tried to go after him, but he stopped him. Nate went to go help the villagers. The team tried to go at him, but he stopped them all as well with his power, without the totem. Now Grodd has control of Essie's mind, but Nate came in with the earth totem and swept Grodd away. We go back to Damien, and he let Nora go, and she ran off. And Ray took the death totem from him, and Sarah stabbed him. Meanwhile, Malice is coming out of Nora, and Malice appeared to them with this big beast with wings and horns and a tail and started to fly over them, and we're going to find out what happens in the season finale, which has already aired, so I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. What have you thought about Legends so far? What do you think about the fact that they have these 6 totems which are reminiscent to the 6 Infinity Stones that we're going to see in Avengers Infinity War? I know I'm swapping over to Marvel real quick. But again, let me know what you guys thought about this episode below in the comments. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're literally almost there. We continue to get there with your help. We appreciate each and everything you do for the Phantoms Anonymous YouTube channel. And we'll see you guys in another video.